I'm playing desperate. My stack is dwindling. If I don't change anything, I could drive home down 2 million tonight. I'm down $500,000 and I have to make a choice. Either play careful or turn up the heat.
Straddle. Yeah. Look who's back. Back again.
Get more chips.
Keating's back.
As one does.
Yeah, no kidding, right?
Oh, wow. This is a really interesting detail. I walk in just enough time to catch the straddle. I get to see this hand that, I wouldn't have otherwise if I didn't notice, but now the hands are reordered. And look what Gavri has. He picks up 2 aces.
Bullets for Gavri.
Nice.
I feel bad for Airball here because, had I shown up to the table 2 seconds later, it would have saved him $370,000.
Airball does jam. We'll see the bad news, AJ.
Yes, he will.
Oh, man. It's just so funny how sobering that is, right?
I guess I wish you had been a little bit slower.
I know.
Yeah, it's pretty sick.
Yeah.
Twist of fate. If you don't think the poker gods are real, Exhibit A.
Here comes Gavri with the big lick, offsuit. Oh, Peter right next door. Is that 20, AJ?
Peter makes it 20. 3 bets to 20.
Peter's been in the thick of it. I just won this big pot off of him. He's now doubled up. I mean, you put yourself in Peter's shoes. Yesterday, he got his head taken off trying to bluff me.
Yeah.
This guy's something else,
Unbelievable.
man.
That was wild.
That was great.
He's going to rebuy and he's going to fight back. He flops this flush draw, but it's no good. I mean, it's been covered by Vinny. He's got the ace-high flush draw and a pair. So Peter's in poker jail.
Really a bad flop for Peter as Vinny has the diamonds covered.
He bets 30,000. Vinny's in.
Peter now drawing to only a 10.
125.
Peter's betting 125,000 into 100. I think he just wants to blast through any hand that Vinny has. And from Vinny's side, you got to ask, why did he bet 125 into 100? I think the answer is to make you fold.
We've seen him make big laydowns before.
Just not getting the odds to call this. He doesn't have enough behind him.
Fair enough.
I'm not getting the odds to call. I fold.
Peter's very, very observant, and him betting that much is more saying to Vinny, get out of this pot, than it is to say, call me.
Ace jack of hearts for Peter.
When Peter re-raises pre-flop here with the ace-jack, what he's showing is that he's here to battle back. He's out of position. He's not just going to call with ace-jack and limit it. He's just going to power through.
Rick is staying put. Here we are again. 30 dimes.
Rick is so hard to play against. He never goes, just incredibly adhesive out there.
Yeah.
Look at this, by the way.
Yeah, that 150 bet is beautiful, right? He's betting the full size of the pot, just blasting Rick out of his hand. He doesn't care what he has. He's just going to buy it.
And we're here once again.
That's an amazing feeling, too, by the way. It's a kind of like a confidence booster if you get someone to fold a hand. Peter betting 150,000 on that river, it says twice as much because it's against Rick. Bluffing Rick is pretty expensive. Peter's clearly chosen violence today, and what a coincidence. So have I.
I swear, every time I talk to him since that hand has happened, he's just asking how is it possible? He's just I don't understand how it's possible. I was like, I don't either, Peter. It's not like I have the answer, buddy. I wouldn't have called you there. You gotta ask Alan.
Airball told me on the side that Peter had texted him all throughout the night, every hour basically, asking how could he call, why did he play it like that? We've got the second chapter of that story coming today.
These guys are really gangster when it comes to gambling.
Yeah.
They really just are. Not to generalize, but they can take it.
I get it. Peter raised to 24,000. And Keating called.
Peter and I have now fully got our history going, and he's trying to battle to even.
There's 40 more dimes.
Speaking of gangster with gambling, by the way, obviously this gentleman who's just,
He's a monster.
So when I call this flop and the turn comes out and he bets again.
Really exerting pressure on the exact hand class we're looking at. Sixes, so on.
Yeah.
Obviously at this point, Keating has to fear Peter just has a bigger pair. Doesn't fear too much, though, with the veritable snap call.
I have a pocket pair or, a 7. It's hard to have a deuce. And Peter could have a higher pair, he could have a pocket pair, he could have a deuce. And it's really just a game of chicken. And I'm calling again, and I'm going to see what he does on the river.
North of 300 dimes in there, AJ.
That was fast. 300,000 and change on the table in about a minute.
Chuck.
But he checks. He gives up.
Takes it like a man.
Most people don't want to hold on to a small pair like that with all that action, but I'm wanting him to fire that last bullet and make a bigger pot out of it. It's kind of like, come on, Peter, if you're going to fire it, I'm going to call it. The rest of the hands from here are going to be pretty personal.
12.
I mean, everyone's been in Peter's spot, right? Nothing's going your way. You pick up an ace-queen. Is this the same Peter? Is this the conqueror? Looking different directions, seems unsure.
$34,000.
When he re-raises this pot, you know, Solomon's looking right at him with the pocket nines. Look at him, dead stare. He's wondering, does he have tens, jacks, queens? I don't think so. Not with that. It's a great spot for Rick to get in there, and he does.
Looks like he's really reaching,
Oh,
AJ.
boy.
There it is. Don't see Peter folding this ace-queen.
No way.
There we go.
And you're Peter, you're gambling those chips.
Got okay hand.
I got 9s.
Yeah, flipping. I know Jojo.
Yeah, this is another example of how Rick has this talent to win big pots with pairs like nines and tens and jacks that a lot of people play more cautiously. He jumps in the middle of it and, you know, just makes a read staring at Peter that he doesn't have a bigger pair and re-raises back. Justin's dead money's in there and they're off to the races. I mean, look how he's
like
feeling. He's grabbing the water bottle. It's just amazing.
First one.
In the first one, I had one bolt today. I'm going to win the first one.
Oh,
There it is.
9.
Take it, Rick.
Solid.
Wow.
If Peter were anyone else, if you were a new player or someone that was like extending themselves in the game, I don't think I would be like looking for these battles as much, or I definitely wouldn't enjoy them. The rivalry goes on.
Keating raises to 4,000 with Jack 10 offsuit. Peter, ace 3 of clubs, makes it 16,000.
I mean, the gates are open. Peter's been cut, right? Like, we're gonna get into it. Jack 10's just as good as any.
And we're gonna go to the flop. Great flop for Peter.
Draw to the nuts for Keating as well in that relevant 10 of diamonds.
I'm calling, and the miracle card is the king of spades or king of clubs.
Keating with a very typical sort of hand to begin bluffing with. He is reaching, of course. Peter not going anywhere.
70,000. Peter, he's been fast and loose, man.
You would have to kill Peter literally to get this ace-3 out of his hands.
I don't want to kill Peter. Peter completes me. When he's thinking right there and looking at his chips and adding back up, I'm like, oh no, please don't raise. Just call. Let me hit a diamond.
He does raise. He
Moves
just felt he had the best hand, and he does.
He does. 192 dimes.
You do have the best hand for now, but you just can't call the extra money.
River, please.
That'll do it.
Oh,
Oh, man.
Oh, I just did it to myself.
Alan's sick, AJ.
I know.
King of spades.
Handled
What
it
a
well,
beauty.
Man. Ugh, that would have been the knockout punch. If I just checked that turn, we're getting it all in on the river, and my straight would have done it.
I haven't really figured out what to do with the cash. It's unnatural to bet with it, so I've just ended up kind of petting it.
Yeah, petting zoo of dollars.
Very nice. Petting your brick.
That's what she said.
Double straddles on.
Look closely at this one because here I got two kings. I'm going to play this tricky. I could raise and play it normal, but I'm going to try to trap Peter.
And he's got kings, Keating.
In this spot, you're just holding your breath. Raise me.
I like your watch, Alan.
Meanwhile, Vinny's complimenting my watch. Like, Vinny, give me a second. I got Peter in the trap, you know? We can talk watches later.
Nice watch. What is it? It's a Debatoon.
Peter raised to 14,000.
Oh my God. I mean, when he raises the 14,000, it's just music to my ears, you know, all the possibilities of how this is going to play out.
Keating, 3 bets to 69,000.
He's asking, what in the heck does Alan have here? He didn't raise Salomon straddle. Look at his face. Look at his face. He's so confused.
All right, Peter.
Nice.
I love that flick.
All right.
145 in the middle. Oh, top set for Keating.
Goodness.
Nut flush draw for Peter. Where'd we find this flop from, AJ?
We found this flop from heaven. It's come down from heaven.
It's wonderful.
Could have another $1.5 million pot on our hands.
70,000 from Keating. Peter's got to be feeling good here. Hey.
I'll tell you who else is feeling good. The guy with top set getting check raised to 200 dimes.
You get raised, you got the best possible hand. You're sitting $650,000 deep each.
And a question Keating is asking himself is, does he think Peter ever has just a stone bluff?
Right.
If so, we slow play, certainly.
Yeah.
I could re-raise, maybe get it all in here, but I'm going to call one more time and try to get it all in on the turn.
Massive turn coming.
Ace on the turn.
I mean, bang. This is a dream. You're in my trap.
1.4.
Wow.
Peter, I mean, he called off 600 dimes. You know, it's not that surprising.
That happened fast.
Nice, man.
Can Peter hit the spade, AJ?
等我一下。outside.
First half to Mister Keating. Cool as a cucumber.
I kill you later
So
after
funny.
the show, you laughing guy.
Keep laughing.
Coming good thing. Oh. Nice hand, Alan.
Nice hand.
Nice hand.
You're 1.4.
1.4. This here is the biggest pot in high stakes poker history.
I set that trap just for you, Peter. I bet you didn't see that coming. If your name is Peter the Conqueror, isn't that like kind of putting out a challenge? Right? It is to me.
10,000 from Rick. Straddles on. Keating calls. Of course, Queen 5 of Hearts. Peter's in.
I mean, this is sloppy poker. No one's got anything amazing, but it's the three of us. It's Rick, me, and Peter. What do you expect?
We could see a $3 million pot tonight.
With these three guys, yeah. Well, tonight for sure.
Top and bottom for Peter. Clubs working for Salomon. Top pair for Keating. 75
from
Peter.
Yeah.
So this one is... And I'm curious to see how Keating responds to this. Queens with a 10.
Spot I don't want to be in, right? What can come to make a Queen 10 a good hand? But at the same time, look who I'm playing against.
Rough.
Interesting spot.
Tough spot.
He's in.
Let's see what happens on the turn.
7 on the turn.
Salomon now with a pair to go along with his flush draw. Same situation. Salomon on the come, Keating with top pair, Peter with the 2 pair.
Yeah, there's 250,000 in this pot. I'm anxious to see what Peter does on this turn.
He's going to move it in. Is he up? All in. Salomon's gone.
All in? I mean, you're talking 450,000 into 250?
$452,000. Pot's at 710.
One would think this will do it. Although, if Keating feels that this extraordinary large type bet is draw heavy, he might give him a spin with the queen, AJ.
Oh, man, I'd love to see that.
It takes all my options away. Do I call and maybe I'm drawing dead? He could have a straight or a set. I'm just drawing dead. You know, if he has one of the 2 pairs, there's ways for me to win. But what if he has a flush draw? Maybe a king 7 of clubs or ace 9 of clubs.
This is what you like to do. You like to count the chips in the front, huff and puff, and then decide.
I feel like I'm supposed to fold. I know I'm supposed to fold, but it's the end of the night, and I just want to win another big pot against Peter. I'm just salivating at the chance that he has a flush draw here, and I get to call.
Oh,
he
love
does call. Peter in great shape.
Man. Last game, 2 pots at 1.4 million. This pot now at 1.1 million.
Have a chance. I have a queen. Oh, God. I might scoop this, though.
Doesn't hurt to be optimistic.
Twice. Keating, you said.
2 times.
Yeah, twice, right?
You can see their hands.
Again, Keating looking for the 10, 8, or 7.
Yeah, just go ahead and throw this 7 or 8 out.
He's got the 2 pair. I've got 20%. Let's run it. 8, 7, or 10. That's what I want.
And Keating wins
wow.
the first. Peter can't breathe.
Peter just said, I can't believe this crap.
This is just so beautiful. I mean, I just flipped from bad shape to great shape. I might scoop this pot. And Peter's thinking, oh my gosh, what is happening, right? Like, can I catch a break? I win half this pot. You know, that's 550,000. And now 1 card more for the rest. I mean, if I win on this last card, I mean, I hope banks are open in China because he's gonna have to send a wire or something for tomorrow.
Chop. Chop, chop.
Just $1 million between friends. No big deal. Look at Keating.
We were 1 card away from just ruining Peter here. And we're coming back tomorrow, day 3.
We had a chance to break the record, highest pot ever won in high stakes poker, 4 times.
Why?
1 came through, the 3 other ones were all split.
Really? What was the biggest pot?
The one you won was the biggest pot.
Ever?
One ever.
On high stakes poker?
Yeah, 1.4. It was.
God.
But before that, remember, I mean, there was like 3 different occasions that the record was going to break, and every single one of them became a chop on it.
Yeah, so actually, that was the highest high stakes?
Yeah.
I'm going to have to break that
The
record.
highest.
That's embarrassing.
Yeah, what a way to end day 2. I mean, they say the biggest pot, high stakes poker history. I mean, it's been around 14 seasons. We already broke 1 record, so let's break another. I basically have 4 hours to win $1 million.
This guy, look at this animal.
Go ahead,
This
buddy.
is setting up to be a showdown between the fiercest cash game players in the world.